I know you have a prophetic word over your life, and people or even God have personally told you that you are going to become this and you are going to become that. But where you are right now in that journey is worlds apart from where you actually envisage that you are supposed to be. And this is simply because you do not understand that a prophetic word is not an automatic thing. When you are given a prophetic word, you need to understand that you have been invited into school. So most people don't understand this. And so that is why when they get a prophetic word, maybe because of the ease with which the word came, they begin to use the word to run an agenda. Instead of checking themselves into the school of the Spirit, going to class every day and taking down notes. And now you see, when you are running your agenda, when your opportunity comes for that word to be made manifest, you will not be able to recognize it. And this is why it is very important to learn the things that the Spirit of God is teaching you. You'll be thinking that maybe after a prophetic word, then your life will get better. And sometimes after that prophetic word, it gets even worse. And because you don't understand how the prophetic functions, how the prophetic works, you will just suddenly begin to think that God is not involved in it. Some of you right now are asking yourself, what am I doing wrong? But I want to redirect that question. What if God is asking, what are you doing right? It may be that you are doing everything right and everything is still going wrong with you. Very, very possible. So it's not always the case when you are doing something, when something wrong happened, that you're doing something wrong. No, it's not always the case. Sometimes, Joseph, what did he do wrong? He didn't do anything wrong. Job, what did he do wrong? In our own context, he didn't really do anything wrong. He was a righteous man. But in all of this, you could still see that the more righteous acts they do, the more trouble they came. What did Jesus do wrong? What did he do wrong? But you can see his life came into that place where people hated him, and onto the point where they even had to kill him. So you see, when a prophetic word comes into your life, you have just been invited into school, and every day that you go to class, God will begin to teach you how to fight and how to war. He will begin to teach you the principles that govern the place where you are going to. There are principles that you need to learn so that you will develop the character that is required to move to the next level, because God is not just trying to get you from point A to point B. God is trying to get you to the highest, painting you up, taking you to the pinnacle of your career, taking you to the pinnacle of your business, taking you to the pinnacle of your ministry. He wants to do that, and it has to be step-wisely, line upon line, precept upon precept. So it is very, very important for you to go to school. And as you're going to school in the Spirit, you begin to learn the rules. You can see that. Let's take David, for example, very briefly. David was going to school and learning things of the school of the Spirit. And it was in that place of intimacy, learning things of the school of the Spirit, that David knew so much about God. The other guy, Saul, also anointed, in fact, anointed by the same man that anointed David. And you'll be thinking that because Samuel anointed David the way he anointed, as he also was the same person that anointed Saul, then David's life will be easy. But David started running from one place to another like a hunted animal. But that was necessary for character to be built in him. On the backside, when nobody was watching him, David was already learning the craft of warfare. And as he was learning, he was taking down notes. He killed the lion, he took down the notes. The lion almost killed him. He took it down, said, okay, God came through for me in this one. He came to the place also where he saw the bear. He killed the bear. He took down the notes. Do you know that when everybody came and they saw Goliath, everybody was seeing a problem that they cannot solve? But because David had been in the school of the Spirit, when David saw Goliath, he saw his opportunity for the result to be made manifest. That thing that has been working on the inside, there is an opportunity for it. And now that opportunity is right in front of this guy, and he will not let it go. Why? He was taking down notes so as he got to that place, he brought out his note. Oh, this looked like lion, looked like bear. Okay, I never went to school on how to kill lion. I never went to school on how to kill bear. The only thing I knew is I relied on the Lord. And so if I relied on the Lord to kill the lion and the bear, then I can also rely on the Lord to kill. So let's bring it to you now. Now, you're in that place where you're just trusting God for things, and God came through for you, maybe with $500, and maybe God came through for you, maybe through a sickness that He healed you out of. And that reminds me, I'm going to pray for the sick after this video. You see, God, maybe He came through for you in that place, and you should take down these notes, so that when the devil wants to assassinate the character of God to you, you will bring your notes and say, no, God is faithful. And then you begin to speak, you begin to vocalize. This is how you bring prophetic words into full manifestation. You've had prophetic word over your life that, oh, right now you're going to be healed of your sickness and all of that. But right now it's looking like it's far from healing. Relax. God has come to make that happen. You need to know that you are on a journey. Prophetic words set you on a journey. And when you are on a journey, don't stop halfway. Continue to push and continue to press. So go to the school of the Spirit, take notes. Do you know that when David came, how did David kill Goliath when he came into that scenario with Goliath? The Bible said he went to a brook, and took how many stones? 5 smooth stones. When you read this story, you will just think it's just a scattered thing. No, it was a divine architecture that David plunged into and was trying to map. Based on intimacy with the Father, David could see that brook is not just a brook, it's the extension of a river called the river of life. So everybody can see it when it is a river. But it's not everybody that can recognize the river when it is just a brook. So do you know that there are certain things that look small to you, but that may be the thing that God is looking to move through, to move things in the coming year. Pay attention to what God is doing. When Elijah told the servants, go and check. The guy went out, checked, and he came back and said, Master, nothing. Elijah kept praying. Said, go back and check. Kept praying. Go back and check. Pray. When he got to the 7th time, he said, I just see it's not looking like anything major. It don't have to be major. When you are already taking notes in the Spirit, things don't need to be big before you know that God is in it. Guys, those prophetic words to begin to be made manifest in your life. And in the name of Jesus, I begin to pray for you that every prophetic word that have been spoken over you that is hanging and the seed has been tied down, will begin to say in the name of Jesus, every place where you need to fellowship, every height where you need to ascend to, you are being granted access. You are bringing your body into alignment, so that with this alignment, there is obedience that ushers you into this place, and those prophetic words begin to be made manifest in your life in the name of Jesus. If you're sick in your body and you've been trying your best to find the solution for the sickness, and doctors, they've literally told you that this thing, we don't understand what this is and all of that, this moment is your moment. This moment is your moment. I want you to put your hand where that sickness is. And if it has spread over all your body, just wrap your hand around yourself. And I'm going to pray for you right now. Father, in the name of Jesus, I just pray for this one who is experiencing this difficulty in their health right now. Father, I just ask that in the mighty name of Jesus, from the crown of their head to the soles of their feet, your blood will go right in and begin to wrought healing. We curse every hear the word of the Lord, you spirit of infirmity, you spirit that comes to torment this one in their minds. I say, in the name of Jesus, hear ye the word of the Lord and get out of that space right now. We ask that every trace of sickness will die from their roots. We are speaking right now. I speak to the root cause, not the symptoms. I'm talking to the roots. And I say, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, let that sickness right now die from its roots. Die from its roots. May divine health spring forth. May divine health spring forth in the name of Jesus. You see, God don't just want you to be healed. He wants you to live in divine health. He wants you to live in divine health. And that is what you will be experiencing from now on. So every morning and every evening, just make sure you speak over yourself and say, by his stripes, I am healed. And as you say it, don't just say it once. If the symptoms of the sickness keep disturbing you and is affecting your mind, just stay there and say it at least 1,000 times. By his stripes, I am healed. By his stripes, I am healed. By his stripes, I am healed. Why are you saying this? Faith comes by hearing. As you're saying it, you will be drowning the voice of fear. And as you're drowning the voice of fear, as faith wells up on the inside of you, the devil will not have any space to do anything in your life. So don't give yourself that time to think the wrong thoughts. Just speak the right words, and then the atmosphere will shift and your body will come into divine health. God bless you, and may God keep you. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.